Greetings everyone, your Kicking Life Guru Master Richgrogan here. Hope you're having a fantastic day. So today, let's talk about using your experiences, and we've all got our own experiences, we've all got our own story, we've all got our own things that we're battling through or working through, but how to use those, and especially how you got through those experiences, or how you learned the experiences by battling through, to help out others. Now, I'll tell you, I used to feel almost like a hypocrite, like I was looking over my shoulder for the hypocrite police to come and lock me up for, talking about things that I'm working on myself, trying to better myself in some areas. But then I heard Tony Robbins say, and what he said was, he said, look, the things I talk about the most are the things I need the most help with. I'm like, whoa. If Tony Robbins can say that, well, I guess it's good enough for him. It's good enough for me. And that's exactly right. He went on to talk about how he talks about those things, one, to get them out in the open, because he's quite sure that if he's having troubles with those, or he's having some challenges or some difficulties, that there's millions and millions of other people that are experiencing the same difficulties, battling through the same challenges. So to use the experiences that you've gained from battling through those, and you're still working through, to help out others. So I thought, you know what? Heck, that works for Tony Robbins. I'm going to give it a shot myself. So a lot of things I talk about here are things that are, on my mind right now. It might be a situation I'm going through, it might be a stressor I'm going through, or it might be a new book that I've read that helped me get over this hump, and that's why I do these video blogs to share and help out with you. So something I posted yesterday, it was, well, I guess the title of it was, so how often does this happen? And of course, I got some feedback from some others saying, oh man, we thought you were going to go into a little bit of a rant or complaint, and we're like, oh no, please don't do that. No, of course not. Now, that doesn't mean I'm not guilty of doing that in the past, but I'm very selective nowadays. I know I've got a pretty good following, an audience out there, and you know what? Everybody's got their troubles in life. You don't want to hear my complaints, so I'm definitely not going to give them to you. You tune in to hear what I've got to say, because hopefully, bang, that right hook of reality is just what you need to help you get over that hump, to help you battle through that little adverse situation. And that's what it was. So, what happened? Yeah, you know what? I didn't want to get out of bed yesterday. It was just one of those days. I just didn't feel like doing it. And didn't want to go to church. The mind automatically went into excuse mode, coming up with every excuse imaginable on, you know what, why it's okay not to get up, why it's okay not to go to church, and all the things you come up with when you don't want to work out, you don't want to go to work, you feel fine, but you just don't want to do it. I'm a human being too. I go through those same emotions. But what I did was, I got a little swift kick in the tail from my wife saying, no, you need to go. And she was exactly right. But once I got up, made the bed, got that momentum going, started feeling better about myself. Now, I take an ice cold shower every day. If those out there, you want to do that, I tell you what, it shocks the system, and it really kicks your butt into hyperdrive there and gets you going. But anyway, got up, got to church, and I'm so glad I went. As most cases, you get up and you finally go. Like if you don't want to go to the gym, you force yourself, you kick yourself in the butt, you go to the gym, and what happens? Man, you have a dynamite workout, and you're like, oh, I'm so glad I did this. So relieved that you took the time to do it. Because you wouldn't feel that great if you just would have stayed in bed or just followed your excuses and not did it. So what happens? Get up, go to church, dynamite message, all about using your name, your voice, who you are, to inspire others, to move forward, to use your gift. And real quick, the pastor talked about how Pee Wee Reese, baseball player back in the Jackie Robinson era, went out on a limb there when Jackie Robinson was being blasted and all the different names and all the scrutiny and racism and everything else was being thrown his way. You know what? It was getting to him. He was just about to give up on things. And Pee Wee Reese went right out, put his arm around him, and just kind of stared at the crowd. Now, he didn't say a word, but he didn't need to say a word. His presence, by being a leader on that team, stepping out with Jackie Robinson, helped get him over that hump. Now, Jackie Robinson battled and fought more battles in adverse situations than we can, most of us, you don't want to dream about those. Those would be nightmares. So he's conquered so many more. But the whole point of the story is Pee Wee Reese used his influence, being a leader on that team, to go out there and say, hey, I'm with him. I bring that up because how many times have we seen somebody being, maybe crucified is a strong word, but being beat up on social media, things are being said about them, and everybody's like, man, I wish somebody would do something. You be that person to do something. You get out there, defend that person. And it could be no more than saying, I'm with this person. Now, I realize that's a lot, kind of got off pace with what I started first talking about, but the whole point was I would not have gotten that story. I would not have captured that message, and I wouldn't have had that heartfelt emotion. I wouldn't be talking to you right now about that if I wouldn't have got my butt out of bed, thanks to the, kick in the tail by my wife, and we all need that. We need people to, remind us of what we're here for, and went to church and got that message. So the next time your mind goes into excuse mode, trying to come up with every excuse to rationalize why you're not going to the gym, why you're not working out, why you're not going to church, why you're not reading that book, why you're not doing that little extra. Kids, if you're listening, why you aren't doing that homework. You know what? Say, hey, I'm going to, because I know the satisfaction of how good I'm going to feel when it's over with. And then you can do what I'm doing and share that message with others to help inspire them. And as a reminder, quick recap of what we started talking about is we all battle through, we've all got our experiences, and a lot of times when I'm sharing these video blogs and do my speeches, I used to feel a little guilty about some of the stuff I was talking about because I'm still battling through my own. But I heard Tony Robbins say, look, the things I talk about the most are the things I need the most work on, and there's other millions of people out there that probably need the same message, so share your message. Everybody's got their own story. Everybody's got a gift. Everybody's got a God-given talent. Use that talent to inspire others, to make others feel better. Real quick, on my last podcast, and if you haven't subscribed to our podcast yet, Kicknlifepodcast.com. It's Kicknlife podcast. I also got a page on Facebook, Kicknlifeguru Kicknlifeguru at Facebook. Subscribe to those things. Every single day starts off with a motivational positive quote. My podcast usually 45 minutes to an hour long. Bunch of inspirational messages. The last message I shared on there was all about, it's something I talk about almost every podcast, Zig Ziglar's line, how do you get everything you want in life? By helping enough other people get what they want, by inspiring others to feel good about themselves, and it comes back tenfold. And I talked about climbing the ladder of success, always striving to do better for yourself, feeling better about yourself in order to be at 100% in order to effectively inspire others. Because if you're not 100%, and I'm plenty guilty of this too, of not getting enough sleep, not getting enough rest, burning the candle at both ends, and my mentor smacks me around all the time saying, look, if you're no good, how in the world can you expect to be any good for anybody else? So make sure you take care of yourself first. And I often forget that. So I'm saying that so I can hear it and also remind you to do the same thing. But anyway, when you're climbing that ladder of success, I'll tell you what, it's always extremely important to make sure you do everything you can to help others come up the ladder. But just as important, don't ever, ever, ever take both hands off that ladder of success and reach down with both hands. Because what will happen is those anchors will pull you down. Yes, help others, but don't allow others to pull you down and keep you from being who you're born to be. And unfortunately, that seems to happen a lot. You're wanting to help out others. That's great. We all need to help out others. But don't limit who you are in the midst of letting somebody else pull you down. Continue one hand on that rung, climbing up for that next step. Continue elevating yourself so you can help out many others. Put that other hand down, but don't ever take both hands off, because I'm telling you, once you get pulled down to the bottom, it makes it harder and harder and harder to try and climb back up. And you've heard me say it, I don't know if it's a million times, but it's getting pretty close. You are a product of the 4 to 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So if you surround yourself with successful people, positive people, forward-thinking people, visionaries, people that are all inspired about helping others, you're going to even grow to become better. If you surround yourself with 4 or 5 people that are negative, complainers, always, oh, the world's going to hell in a handbasket, oh, I'm entitled, this and that, those poor sob stories, before you know it, you're going to be talking like them, you're going to sound like them, and you're going to feel like them. Be inspired. Surround yourself with the best possible people. All right, there we go. A little quick hitter today. As always, in every podcast with and every blog, and I mean this from the bottom of my heart, thank you so very much for taking time out to be with me here. I continue to research and study and everything I can so I can deliver the best content, boom, the best right and left hooks of reality to help inspire you to live your best possible life. All right, until we talk again, you get out there and do your best, and I promise you'll be your very best. Have a blessed day, everybody. God bless you and God bless your loved ones. And don't forget to share this with others who could benefit from this message. Have a great day. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.